Hey guys, what's up? It is Taylor here, and today, I put on a bit of makeup, and I need to film, so I thought I'd do it right now. So today we're going to be doing the pros and cons of getting a CRESTED gecko. This video got requested a while back, and I've decided I'm just gonna do it because I thought, hey, that's a good idea. Disclaimer, I just like to put this out there, that some of my pros may be cons for you and some of my cons may be pros for you, and there may be things that I'm missing, and if you guys have any pros and cons to help out other people watching this, if you have one, then leave them down in the comments, or any suggestions for help, and just, like, help everyone out in the comments. If you're looking to get a CRESTED gecko, then this might help you out a bit. I'm going to start off with the pros. The first pro that I have is they're just really cool pets, and you learn different things about them every day. You can always watch videos or look up information by yourself of just like new things. Even owning one, I learned new things about her because they all have different personalities and stuff. That's pretty much my second pro as well, that they all have personalities of their own, just like any other animal and reptile out there. Also, just like humans, we all have different personalities and different traits about them, and Juno has shown me that, and so has like pretty much everyone else in the pet community. When they show their different animals, you can see how they act. There's also many different morphs of CRESTED geckos, so they have all different types of patterns. One of my favorite things about looking at CRESTED geckos is they're all different. Even the morphs and stuff, even if they're the same morphs, they all look completely different. Another pro is they have pretty basic care. They don't really need that much. They're still an animal, but every day it's not like you have to do like every day. I'll do a little bit rundown of what I do with Juno every day. Pretty much I wake up in the morning, I spray down her tank, make sure her humidity is up, and she will sleep throughout the whole day because she is a nocturnal animal, so you won't see her as much. I'll get into that later. When nighttime comes around, I usually feed her because that's when she's usually out. Usually give her a little cup of Pangea, which is pretty simple. You just make it with some water and it's good. And sometimes, not every day, I do feed her crickets. Another pro is they are actually pretty good at photography. I say that because not just like, oh, I'm only having the animal to take pictures of it. No, I'm just saying that in like kind of a joking way because CRESTED geckos don't have eyelids, so they don't blink. And so their eyes are always open. You don't have to worry about that. So I get pretty good pictures of Miss Juno if I'm in the kind of mood to be like, oh, she's looking cute, let me take a picture of her. Another pro is that CRESTED geckos are usually docile, so are many different types of reptiles. As I said, CRESTED geckos are all different. They have different personalities and stuff, so I'm not going to say every time you get a CRESTED gecko they're going to be docile and nice and sweet, and it's just their personality. So you may get a CRESTED gecko and you're like, why is my CRESTED gecko so aggressive? And you just never know. And my last pro is the CRESTED geckos can live up to 15 years. So you could have a best buddy for the next 15 years of your life. And now on to the cons. First con is they live up to 15 years. And so if you are not ready for that long of a commitment for an animal and taking care of it every day, then I suggest you don't get one. Just like every animal, they need to have the right care requirements every day, or they will not live. And if you are just getting a CRESTED gecko and you haven't thought about the future, I've already thought about my future. I'm 15 right now. Juno is less than a year, I'm guessing. I'm not really sure on her age. If Juno lives to be up to 15 years, then I will be 30 when I have her. So that's just something to think about. Like, think about your age, think about how long she could be. Think about if you're going into college, think about the options, because you don't want to have to get one and you're just like, oh, I have to go to college, no one's going to take care of it, I don't know what I'm going to do, I don't know if I can bring it to college, I'm just going to have to sell it. And that's just not like something that I personally want to do. I don't know if you're thinking like, oh, I'll get the few years of experience with it and then I'll sell it off to someone who's really good. Or another con is you really have to work with these animals. Just like any other animals, you have to hand tame them if you plan on holding them. If you're not working with them very often, then they won't get hand tame. I'm still working on hand taming Juno. I got her back in February. It is now July. It took me that long because I went into treatment and I was kind of focusing on me, but also taking care of her and not like taking her out and working with her every day. So that's still something I have to work with. Another con is CRESTED geckos aren't very sit-still animals. I saw this in a video a while back and I was like, yeah, that's pretty accurate. It's not like a type of animal that you can just sit there. For example, kind of like a bearded dragon. A while back on my channel I showed a video and she just kind of hung out. You can just hang out with like a bearded dragon or something on your bed. But CRESTED geckos, they're always moving. They're kind of like sharks, I guess. I don't know why I just like thought of that comparison, but they're just always moving, they're always jumping and moving around. They're not just gonna sit on your shoulder while you're doing something. They're always being active. If you want an animal to sit still and just hang out with, I do not recommend a crested gecko because they are kind of the opposite of that. Crested geckos are also nocturnal animals, and pretty much throughout the day you will not see them moving around or doing much because they spend most of their nights up and partying, and during the day they hide away vines and logs and other things and whatever you have in your enclosure. And I can still like see Juno, but she doesn't move around during the day. If you want an animal that you can hang out with during the day, then I suggest that you don't get a crested gecko because they are party animals. And moving on to the last con, which kind of reflects that, is they're kind of noisy at night. Depending on where you have your crested gecko, I have mine in my room, and I hear her all night and stuff, and it like sometimes it like scares me because I can hear her moving from side to side of the cage, walking. One of her favorite things to do is to knock her water dish out of her food ledge, and so I always have to pick it up and put it back in. Like, she just scares me sometimes. When I'm trying to fall asleep, I can sometimes hear her. But other than that, like, usually when I fall asleep, I can't hear her at all, and so it's good. But if you have a problem with, like, noises and you don't want a noisy pet, then I wouldn't suggest that. But like I've said with every other one of these, your crested gecko could be different from mine. I know some people's videos and stuff, and they're saying, are they loud at night? And some people are like, oh no, I can't hear mine. But for instance, I can hear mine, so that's just something coming from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helps you out if you are getting a crested gecko or thinking of getting one. This is just mine from personal experience. Yours could be different from mine, and these pros and cons might not even like relate to anyone else out there. Those are just specifically for me. Make sure you guys like and subscribe for more videos just like this one. If you're new here, I have been Taylor. I do videos pretty much on my crested gecko and any other animal videos you want to see me doing. If you have any requests, leave them down in the comments below, and I check them as always, and sometimes I give you guys hearts and reply back. So if you have any questions or video requests, leave them. I love you guys all so much. We are at, I want to say 970 subs, maybe? Depending on when this video goes up. But we are so close to 1,000, which is absolutely mind-blowing. I know I say this like every week. I'm like, this is like mind-blowing, but like it honestly is. Never in a million years would I thought I'd hit 1,000. And I know some of you out there like 1,000, like that's not even a lot. But like, for me, that's, that's a lot. I love you guys all so much, and bye.